Hi everyone, welcome to Jesus Nuggets with Miss Gay. And today I want to talk about being busy. And the scripture, I'm going to start off with a scripture, and it's in Luke chapter 10, and the story starts in verse 38. It's where Mary and Martha and Jesus are together. And I'm going to just read the 38 through the 42, and it says, "Now it happened as they went that he entered a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, who also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was distracted with much serving, and approached him and said, 'Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Therefore tell her to help me.' And Jesus answered and said to her, 'Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things. But one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part, which will not be taken from her.'" So Mary just wanted to sit at the feet of Jesus and spend time with him. But Martha was up serving, worried about, is this thing right, is that thing right, and being stressed out when she had Jesus right there with her. And what made me want to talk about this was yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was putting together a party for a very significant event in her daughter's life yesterday. And it was going to be, the party was going to be at a party location. It was going to be catered, but yet, she still wanted to have her house nice and food for the guests and drinks for the guests and make everybody feel welcome, which we all love to do. But knowing her as I do, I called her yesterday morning because I knew she would be up early working on all of this stuff and being stressed out because everything's got to be perfect and everything's got to look right. And I told her, I said, "You're so stressed out about making things perfect, you're not even going to enjoy celebrating your daughter and this momentous occasion in her life." And she agreed that she wouldn't. And I said, "I know you want everything to be perfect, but you need to celebrate your daughter also," because I knew when it was all said and done, she would do all this work. And then after it was over, she would sit back and say, "Wow, I didn't even get to enjoy celebrating my daughter." Well, I think, too, I love to have my things perfect, and when guests come over, everything's set up right. But so many times I'll stress over that stuff, and when people come over, I will start pointing out things that I did wrong. I didn't get this done or that done. And they always told me, "You know what? This is perfect. You did too much. You should have just done X, Y, and Z. We just came over here to visit with you. We didn't come over here for you to put a big spread out or for you to do these other things." And that's the same way with Mary and Martha. Jesus came over and Mary just wanted to be with him. And Jesus didn't care about Martha making food or Martha serving him. Many times, I'm sure if Jesus wanted food, he would have said, "Martha, would you please make us some food?" But then Mary, Martha said, "Jesus, make her help me." He said, she's here enjoying a good thing. And I think too, and I have to be careful of this myself, everything I speak to you all, I'm speaking it back to myself, is I can get caught up in the busyness of life and want to make sure this is done or that's done or go here or go there. And I can actually neglect my relationship with Jesus and spending time with him, spending time praying or reading the Bible because, well, I've got to get this done or I've got to get that done. But, nothing is more important than us spending time with the Lord and just getting to know him more and letting him speak to us and just learning his word. Nothing is more important to this. And I've even known people who got so involved in doing so many things in the church and so many things for God, that they actually were not spending any time with God. And I know that could sound strange, but you see people that everything that comes along in the church, they're volunteering for. They're involved in children's stuff, they're involved in mission stuff, they're involved in this outreach and that outreach, and every day they're doing something. And plus, a lot of these people work full time, they've got kids, and I always thought, where do they have any time to spend with the Lord? And more often than not, I would find out they really didn't spend any time with the Lord. They would say them quick prayers, maybe first thing in the morning or right before they went to bed. But as far as just sitting down and being quiet and spending time with God and enjoying Him, they were too busy trying to do everything else that they had their hands in. And a lot of times I think we do that because we're afraid of what people may say about us. Like my friend yesterday, she could have been afraid that people would come over to her house and then later when they left, maybe talk about her. Her house wasn't clean, or, she didn't have good food, or, she didn't make us put out all this welcome stuff for us. I don't know. I'm just imagining things. I know I've been guilty of that. If everything's just not right, when my guests leave, they may talk about me badly, that I wasn't a good hostess. But at the end of the day, none of that matters. We're here to please Jesus. We're not here to please people, and people are going to talk. Even if we're perfect, people are going to talk no matter what we do. So I've decided I've learned to say no to people when I didn't want to. Even today, a good friend wanted to do a good Bible study with me, and I said, that's going to have to wait, because right now I have enough going on in my life, and maybe a few months down the road I can do it, but right now I can't do it. And she understood, and that's the way we should do. Give people some grace. They don't have to do everything. And when they say no, just accept no, and maybe they can do it the next time. But more than anything, you don't have to be involved in everything. The most important thing is make sure every day you have time, quiet time, to spend with Jesus, talking to Him, praying to Him. And don't let the busyness of life and kids and family and work and society and this thing and that thing keep you from the most important things. Developing and growing your relationship with Him, because He wants that more than anything, is just to spend time with His sons and daughters. And I know that when we sit down at His feet, whether we're crying because there's burdens on our heart, or I know I've done it angry, or we're doing it asking questions or whatever, I know He smiles and says, oh, my son, my daughter has come to spend some time with me. And He loves that. So, with that being said, again, I'm going to say, remember, don't let busyness, whether it be in the church, it be stuff you're doing for God, it be life itself, whatever. Don't let it get you caught in its web to where you don't have time to spend with Jesus. And not only time, but you don't have quality time. You're giving God the snippets that's left over when He wants the best of you. Because you know what? He's given you the best of Him. And He gives us the grace to accept the snippets. He's happy with anything, but He wants the best of you. So give Him the best. Give Him the most. Give the world the snippets. but give God the most. And I promise you, you won't be sorry, because this is something I've had to learn, and this is something I struggle with still, to make sure I'm giving God my very best instead of just what I have left over. So with that, until the next nugget, thanks everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel so it can get viewed by more people and these words of God can get out to whoever needs them. And until then, keep your eyes on the prize, which is Jesus Christ.